Our standard approach to oral care operates almost entirely as a defensive maintenance loop. We brush, we floss, and we scrape away plaque, essentially treating human teeth like inanimate masonry that needs to be scrubbed. When that defense inevitably fails and decay sets in, traditional dentistry relies on the crude physics of mechanical adhesion. A dentist drills out the dead tissue and forcefully wedges a foreign material, like amalgam or a synthetic resin, into the empty space. The problem with this mechanical approach is that it creates an immediate structural liability. The microscopic boundary where a rigid, artificial filling meets living, organic enamel is a distinct fault line. Under the intense pressure of daily chewing, that seam is destined to crack and fail. By treating our teeth like a piece of masonry, we are merely resetting a timer. We manage the timeline of the decay, but we never actually ask the biological system to heal itself. Medical science is bypassing this patch and fill model entirely through a process called in situ regeneration. Rather than introducing foreign objects, this method provides the exact molecular blueprints required to rebuild lost tissue right where it stands. RegeSi, or calcium phosphosilicate, is the specific engineered material enabling this transition in oral care. This compound shifts the entire scale of intervention. We stop trying to wedge passive, synthetic plugs into cavities and instead deploy an active biological scaffold that instructs the tooth to grow. This elemental mapping shows exactly why RegeSi changes the physics of dentistry. The material is composed entirely of silicon, calcium, phosphorus, and oxygen, elements completely native to human biology. Because the body recognizes these building blocks, the material doesn't just rest mechanically against a surface, it instantly forms an active chemical bond with both hard tissue and soft gums. To understand the performance gap, look at this microscopic view of 45S5, the previous industry standard bioactive glass. It is relatively dense, solid, and blocky, making it slow to react inside the body. Now compare that to RegeSi. The architecture here is a highly complex, three-dimensional, reticulated porous nanostructure. That sheer volume of microscopic cavities gives this precise geometry a specific surface area 172 times greater than traditional 45S5. That massive surface area allows for the instant, widespread release of active ions, yielding a measurable biological healing activity 84 times higher than the previous standard. Triggering that kind of rapid growth comes with strict chemical safety constraints. If a regenerative material causes a harsh chemical reaction in the surrounding tissue, it creates acute toxicity. This chart tracks pH levels of medical materials over time. Older compounds like 45S5 climb aggressively, creating an irritating alkaline environment peaking near 13. RegeSi avoids this caustic spike entirely, stabilizing neatly between 7.5 and 8.4. That specific range is vital. It is high enough to neutralize the harmful bacterial acids that cause tooth decay, but gentle enough to be completely safe on sensitive gums and open oral ulcers. By maintaining this exact chemical range, RegeSi allows the human body to accelerate hard tissue growth without damaging the surrounding cells. Once RegeSi dissolves, it functions as an active communication node for the surrounding cells. The released ions trigger specific gene expression. They target and promote the rapid proliferation and differentiation of osteoblasts, the precise cells responsible for building new bone. At the exact same time, it forces local macrophages out of an inflammatory state and into an M2 pro-repair type, rapidly shortening the duration of localized swelling. Because this cellular communication is so aggressive, RegeSi is currently utilized in major clinical settings to regenerate massive non-union bone defects and to heal severe treatment-resistant diabetic foot ulcers. This is a clinical-grade medical technology engineered from the ground up to solve the most catastrophic structural failures in the human body, which raises the question, what exactly happens when a trauma-grade bone regeneration technology is trickled down into a daily oral care routine? The primary cause of tooth sensitivity is exposed dentinal tubules, microscopic open channels leading to the nerve. When introduced, this material rapidly forms chemical bonds to seal those tiny channels shut with solid mineral growth, solving sensitivity at a structural level. It also actively remineralizes early enamel abrasion, depositing a biologically identical crystalline structure directly into the lost material. Regenerative medicine turns daily dental care into a process of continuous biological reconstruction, moving the target from simple maintenance to a literal strengthening of our natural armor.